Hey everyone, look, I'm here in Portugal for a small vacation. I really used to think that resting means disconnecting from absolutely everything. But as a future founder, I've realized that rest is not the opposite of progress. It actually is making sustainable progress possible. I'm really not hustling here every day. Really, this is not the point. But I'm using this time to connect with myself, shape new ideas, and think long term. For example, we were at one cafeteria. The owner was extremely nice entrepreneur guy, and his aim was really to create different cafeterias around the world. And immediately my brain catch that as an opportunity to learn and solve one of my problems. So here is the question that I asked him. Okay, so you mentioned that you would like to open different cafeterias around the world.
That's right.
So for us as a software engineers, I think also it applies your way of thinking.
Yes.
So we would like to know how you manage to scale and to adapt to the product wherever you go.
So basically, I sense a bit of market research. I go to the country or I go to the city. I see if there's a niche market, such as if there's a hole that can be filled. Whatever that hole may be, like for example, Japan, they do a lot of large dishes, but they don't do a lot of small tapas variety stuff, kind of like Portuguese Australian dishes. So I know that if I go to Osaka, I'll be able to implement something which is quite different, and the Japanese people might actually go with it. And Osaka is quite touristic, so I know that there's going to be some kind of need or want. But like I said previously, team is very important. If you've got a solid foundation, a solid team, it's a lot easier to be able to progress. It's like they always say, if you want to go fast, you go by yourself. But if you want to go far, you go with a team. So my suggestion is always have a proper solid foundation, train your staff really well, utilize your resources to make sure that they're comfortable and knowledgeable. Then business becomes quite easy and quite fluid. So that's my suggestion. And so far, it's been working out quite well. But yeah, I think any entrepreneur that's beginning, they should definitely look at the foundations of education and then market research. But team is very important.
And if you are solo, like me, for example, in my case, or maybe all many other developers, they are also alone because it's the most common way to start in the software entrepreneurship.
Yeah. I would say that self-education is very, very important. So if you're a solo entrepreneur, you really want to look after your financial resources, really educate yourself. And if you're investing in yourself in such a good way, it's going to be a lot easier to progress. And because you're a solo entrepreneur, you're going to be able to move a lot faster because you're the pure decision maker, you're the marketer, you're basically the POS, the point of sale, you know? So I think as a initial entrepreneur, when you're by yourself building, it's good to make sure that you really, really put the resources into yourself before starting to expand. Make sure there's a solid foundation and a solid sales process. And then from there, scaling will be easy as you put more people on. Yeah.
And last but not least, how you manage to find the, let's say, right price for your service wherever you go?
So what I do is I always check out the other kind of establishments around. I find out what their average sale is. Then I do cost of goods. Whatever we're purchasing, I mark it up by a percentage. Then I just try to make sure that in comparison value, I'm not too expensive or too cheap, and I sell for value. I don't sell for profit margin. I don't sell to just cover costs. I sell for, is it valuable to the final consumer? Nice. So if it's valuable to the final consumer, then at least when they're paying the bill, they still see that they've received full value. So it's not just about turnover, it's more about the final consumer conception. So if the final consumer is happy, then it's a repeat customer. And if you get repeat customer, the cost of getting that customer is a lot less than trying to get new customers. So that's how I actually price it.
Really, really helpful for us as a software engineer, this information, because we can extrapolate all that knowledge into our own file. Thank you.
Thank you.
So yes, when you are building something, every little detail can take you a step forward. Not only it's about coding or creating your business plan, but really those small moments can switch on something in you. So if you are like me, that you are combining your 9-to-5 job with your entrepreneurial dream, really don't underestimate those small moments for resting, but never stop giving small baby steps towards your goal.